Hey everyone. Okay, today I'm doing a live art stream. This is some older work of mine, back when I was into the Art Deco and minimalist painting. So each of these paintings are available in 8 by 10 prints for $200 each, and everything has a title. You can give me the title, the description, whatever you like, and you can contact me over my phone number if you're in the U.S. or Canada. My phone number is country code 1, area code 806, and phone number 337-2155. You can call or text that. And if you're outside of the US or Canada and would like to buy one of my prints, you can contact me over Facebook, and you can just send me a message. I check both my friends and non-friends inboxes all the time, so you will get your order in that way. Okay, let's get started. This first piece is a piece that I particularly love because it is my depiction of the Rainbow Mountains in China. In China, there are these beautiful mountains that the earth is all these different colors due to the natural chemicals in the soil, and so the mountains are they're just this big rainbow of colors, and it is just the most beautiful thing in the world. And I really wanted to paint them, and this is my rendition of them. I actually think the mountains are prettier than this, but I love them so much. I wanted to paint them. This painting is called Rainbow Mountain, and it has to do, and it's definitely the Chinese Rainbow Mountains. I love them so much. One of the things that I've noticed whenever I was looking at the soil and looking at the different colors of the rock, what I noticed was that the rainbow, there are some areas where there's almost a rainbow spectrum, and then there are some areas where the colors are just mixed up and jumbled together, and they're in these long stripes that go up the side and over and down the other side of the mountain. So they're not even in little flat layers like some mountains. It's like a stripe. It is just the most interesting and cool thing in the world. I honestly am just amazed by things like that. It blows my mind how that's a natural phenomenon that created this amazing color. And this is my depiction of that. I love the Rainbow Mountains. Okay, this next piece is something that I particularly love. This is a minimalist piece, and this is one of my favorite watercolors. It seems a little basic, but it was made with a lot of specific detail in mind. The fall of the ball, the arc of the ball, how the spheres are bouncing off the ground and touching the ground. This is the kind of thing that I studied when I was a child. I used to throw balls against the floor and against the wall, and I used to think, it would be so cool if I had a fast action speed camera that could capture all the pictures of the balls as they fell. And I never had that. In fact, I think at the time they weren't invented yet. This was when I was quite young, and perhaps only the top scientists had access to cameras like that. But this is just, I love the physics of spheres. I love the physics of balls. So this one is called Circles. All right. This next piece is called Texas Tornado. That's simply because I have the clouds in tornado shapes. You'll notice that there's this beautiful box in the foreground. This is how I picture home here in Texas. It's a very open box. It's very colorful, but it's a very open box. And it's sitting in the middle of very open land. And there are a few scraggly details, but it's mostly very, very open land. And this is what it's like in West Texas. West Texas is the square at the top of Texas, and the square at the top of Texas is still part of the um, high tableland. They're called the High Plains, and it stretches from the top of Texas all the way up and all the way up the middle of the United States and all the way up the middle of Canada as well. And it's a very, very high tableland full of prairies, and they're called the High Plains. And this is what it's like. Yes, the clouds are shaped like tornadoes, and so it's the piece is called Texas Tornado. But this is what it's like to live in West Texas. It's a excuse me. Excuse me. It's a beautiful place. It's very open and spacious. It's very the country is wide, the sky is wide. It gives you such a huge sense of space. You're not overpacked here. You can't be. It's impossible. Everything is just so open and wide and beautiful. And I love this piece because it reminds me of West Texas. This is what it feels like to live in West Texas. I love this feeling. This is one of my favorite pieces. Now, technically, it's a car driving through mountains. This is the blue car, and it's driving through some mountains. But this piece reminds me of the hills going into Los Angeles, and I love this minimalist feel, and I love the hills going into Los Angeles. When you're going into Los Angeles at night, every hill is highlighted, all the lights, everything is just. Excuse me, I need to sneeze again. I want to make it very clear that when you order a print from me, they will not be coming directly from me. And I am not sick. I have a little bit of a cold. But that's it. It's this morning. It's a little cold this morning. But the prints will be shipped from a printing location, not from me. So please don't worry about this. This is a beautiful piece that it reminds me of going into the mountains at night, entering Los Angeles from the west, not from the west, from the east, because you're going into there's steep mountains and these crossback side back mountains where you have the roads going up and up and up and then over and then up and up and up and then over, and that's what these mountains remind me of. They remind me of going into Los Angeles, and you see that the lighter mountains are in the background. This is the glow that you get from Los Angeles at night, and it's a beautiful thing to enter Los Angeles from the east at night. It's a really spectacular view. And I love this minimalist feel, and I love the rainbow feel of this. This is called Blue Car. This piece is called Blue Car because of the blue car in it. Okay. This next piece is inspired by one of my favorite artists, Fritz Danner. This piece is a really beautiful piece. One thing I noticed about farmland and ranches is that some of the most successful ranches, some of the most successful farmlands are well designed. The way that they are designed, the way everything is laid out is very specific. So according to the placement according to what animals like to feed where, wild animals that come in and take their share of the crop. And this is what I love about a well-designed piece of farmland. You have some rows of crop. You have the fruit trees depicted by the orange here. You have the berry patches over here with the red. You also have some more berry patches over here with the purple. This is actually well designed because certain berries cannot actually be right next to each other, and so you would actually have two separate berry patches if you had two out of the four varieties of berry. Um, you have the snaking river that is just wild and free flowing that's going all along the edge of the property. You have some freshly tilled earth over here, and you have some mountainous area over here, and you have a little green hill right here, which is kept soft with soft green grass. And that's great for children to run and play, and for picnics, and for young lovers to hold hands and go and sit on the hill and look down on the whole ranch and farm. This is something that I just particularly love. I love this piece, and I love how good it makes me feel. It makes me think of an abundant farm, an abundant ranch, and I love this piece. Okay, guys, I want to remind you once again. Each of these pieces will get you an 8x10 print for $200. Each of these is $200 for one print. And oh, by the way, this is called Farmland. This piece is called Farmland. If you're looking for the name of this piece, sorry, this piece is called Farmland. And if you want to buy a piece, you can contact me directly. If you are in the U.S. or Canada, don't worry. People who are not in the U.S. or Canada, I will give you instructions for that. If you are in the U.S. or Canada, you can call or text me directly. Country code 1, area code 806, and phone number 337-2155. And if you are not in the US or Canada and you would like to buy one of my prints, you can get on Facebook, my same name, Rita Gaiman, right on Facebook, and you can just send me a message. I check both my friend and non-friend inboxes all the time, so your order will go through. Let's continue. This one is called Calm Sea. The Calm Sea is now the red makes it look more active, but I was out in Monterey Bay in California, and the sun was setting, and it was this beautiful just sunset out on the water, and it was very red. It was a very red sky, and it created all these beautiful red and gold highlights in the water, and it was just so stunning. And there was this little bit of land that was stretching out right in front. Normally, this would have been straight out to sea in the west, but there was this little bit of land that was stretching right out in front. It was just kind of curving around, and this was the effect of it, and it was just so beautiful. And this is called Calm Sea. And this is one of my favorite pieces. It reminds me of my whale watching trip. We went out and watched all the whales, and I stood on the fishing boat, and I was getting a little bit of seasickness, just a little bit of motion sickness, and I was sick for we were out there for about 3 hours, and I was sick for about 1 hour, and then I went into the bathroom and I threw up, and then I was fine. And I came out and I felt great for the next 2 hours. I felt wonderful. And I was really able to enjoy the trip much more after that. And it was just so great. I loved it. And I loved the smell of the fishing boat. And I loved how everything was just so beautiful. And I loved watching the whales. I wasn't able to get a good clear picture of a whale. I could see when one was there, but but it wasn't directly in the path of the sun, so I didn't get a good silhouette of that. So I just painted the water. It was just so beautiful. This piece, I love this piece. I think that this is actually now you see the sun rays coming out of her face, and that is because I think the face is the perfect crowning glory on top of a good body. And but this piece is about the body, and it's about the just the curve of a woman's hips. And the name of this piece is Woman's Hips, and it's really beautiful. I love the way this is done. Sometimes when a woman walks, I notice how her body shifts around and how her hips shift around. It's something that women have an extra. They have an extra ability to move their hips more so than men. Men are only able to really walk straight. Women are able to walk in kind of this figure eight that kind of swivels around. And I just love this particular figure. And so this piece is named Woman's Hips. This piece is named The Letter R. Clearly, my name is Rita, and I'm obviously obsessed with the letter R because of that. This is like Sesame Street. Today, we bring you the letter R. I love this piece. This piece is called The Letter R, so if you're wanting to buy it, that's where it is. And I like how the shapes drip down and drop into the water, and they become liquid like the water. But I love the activity around the R, and I love the home that it's sitting on, and the little house that it's sitting on. It reminds me of Snoopy's house. And this is just something fun, and it's also something that I consider to be very artistic and very creative. In addition to just being a fun piece, it was so much fun to paint this. And I like how bold and I like how strong and powerful it is, as well as being playful and light. And I really enjoyed this piece. This is one of my favorite pieces. Oh my goodness. I love this piece. This piece is called Fire on the Mountain. And as you can see, there are a whole bunch of black rocks in the river snaking down between them. And behind, there's this fiery mountain. It looks like there's actually just fire behind it, but it's this fiery mountain. And so I call the piece Fire on the Mountain. Yes, just like the Marshall Tucker song. And I love this piece. It's so active. I love it when there's good color and good construction, and there's all this action. I love action in good paintings. And this piece is very, very active. And it's called Fire on the Mountain. I actually just really love this piece. I can't get enough of it. It's kind of crazy. I love it so much. Now after this, we have a few abstract pieces. So let's look at those. This piece is called Abstract Rainbow Brick. There's going to be another rainbow brick that is solid rainbow brick, but this is called Abstract Rainbow Brick. This is inspired from a trip to Austin, Texas, where I'm from Amarillo, Texas, but this piece is inspired from a trip to Austin, Texas, where houses were painted with each brick a different color, and it was just so beautiful. And I love that, and I love this effect. So this is called Abstract Rainbow Brick, but we're about to see another piece where it's a little bit less abstract. This is called Solid Rainbow Brick. This piece is called Solid Rainbow Brick. So that's the differences between the two names. Solid Rainbow Brick. I painted it vertical because I wanted to see what it looked like. Excuse me. And I really enjoyed the effect of it. I think it just has this beautiful effect. And I think it's really, really, I love it. I love the rainbow bricks that I saw there. You can hang it sideways if you like. But I like it vertical. I think it's fun. I think it's fun as a vertical piece. And I think it looks really cool. And then I did this really interesting and kind of weird red tiger stripe. And this red tiger stripe is really fun. And this is just a great masculine piece. It's very, very bold. And women who like it, they like it for the curves and for the action in the red and the black. These happen to be my favorite colors, red and black. And this one is called Tiger Stripe. So, all right, guys, I want to remind you that if you're in the US or Canada, you would like to order one of my prints. The prints will be 8 by 10 prints, 8 by 10 inch prints that are in that are $200 a piece. I will send you my PayPal link so that you can order. You simply contact me if you're in the US or Canada. It's country code 1, area code 806, and then phone number 337-2155. And if you are if you're not in the US or Canada, but you're somewhere else in the world, and you would like to buy one of my prints, they are 8 by 10 inch prints, and they will be I'll ship them anywhere in the world, and they are $200, $200 per piece. And you can contact me on Facebook under my name, the same name as this video, Rita Gaiman, and you can just send me a message over Facebook. It does not have to be, you don't have to, I'm as your friend, you can just send me a message. I check both my friend and non-friend inboxes on a regular basis, so you will get your order in. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you watching this lovely art sale, and happy shopping.